Tom Broadbent reined in his horse. 4 shots had rolled down Joaquin Wash from the great walled canyons east of the river. He wondered what it meant. It wasn't hunting season, and nobody in his right mind would be out in those canyons target shooting. He checked his watch. 8 o'clock. The sun had just sunk below the horizon. The echoes seemed to have come from the cluster of hoodoo rocks at the mouth of the maze. It would be a 15-minute ride, no more. He had time to make a quick detour. The full moon would rise before long, and his wife, Sally, wasn't expecting him before midnight anyway. He turned his horse, Knock, up the wash and toward the canyon mouth, following the fresh tracks of a man and burro. Rounding a turn, a dark shape sprawled in front of him, a man lying face down. He rode over, swung off, and knelt, his heart hammering. The man, shot in the back and shoulders, still oozed blood onto the sand. He felt the carotid artery. Nothing. He turned him over, the rest of the man's entrails emptying onto the sand. Working swiftly, he wiped the sand out of the man's mouth and gave him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Leaning over the man, he administered heart massage, pressing on his rib cage, almost cracking the ribs, once, twice, then another breath. Air bubbled out of the wound. Tom continued with CPR, then checked the pulse. Incredibly, the heart had restarted. Suddenly, the man's eyes opened, revealing a pair of bright blue eyes that stared at Tom from a dusty, sunburnt face. He drew in a shallow breath, the air rattling in his throat. His lips parted. "No, you bastard." The eyes opened wide, his lips flecked with blood. "Wait," said Tom. "I'm not the man who shot you." The eyes peered at him closely, the terror subsiding, replaced by something else. Hope. The man's eyes glanced down at his hand as if indicating something. Tom followed the man's gaze and saw he was clutching a small, leather-bound notebook. "Take," the man rasped. "Don't try to talk. Take it." Tom took the notebook. The cover was sticky with blood. "It's for Robbie," he gasped, his lips twisting with the effort to speak. "My daughter. Promised to give it to her. She'll know how to find it." "It?" "The treasure." "Don't think about that now. We're going to get you out of here. Just hang in." The man violently clutched at Tom's shirt with a trembling hand. "It's for her. Robbie, no one else. For God's sake, not the police. You must promise." His hand twisted the shirt with shocking force, a last spasm of strength from the dying man. "I promise." "Tell Robbie I love." His eyes defocused. The hand relaxed and slid down. Tom realized he had also stopped breathing. Tom recommenced CPR. Nothing. After 10 futile minutes, he untied the man's bandana and laid it over his face. That's when it dawned on him. The man's killer must still be around. His eyes searched the rimrock and the surrounding scree. The silence was so profound it seemed that the rocks themselves held vigil. Where's the killer? There were no other tracks around, just those of the treasure hunter and his burro. 100 yards off stood the burro itself, still packed, sleeping on its feet. The murderer had a rifle in the high ground. Broadbent might be in his sights even now. Get out now. He rose, caught his horse's reins, swung up, and dug in his heels. The horse set off down the canyon at a gallop, rounding the opening to the maze. Only when he was halfway down Joaquin Wash did Tom slow him to a trot. A great buttery moon was rising in the east, illuminating the sandy wash. If he really pushed his horse, he could make Abiquiu in 2 hours.